Happy New Year, you guys! Have you ever had to wait a really long time for something? Maybe it felt like a really long time waiting for this year to come around, because, hey, let's face it, last year probably dragged on a bit. Maybe you waited for something for Christmas and then you finally got it for Christmas, or maybe you're still waiting for that thing that you particularly really want. I wonder what you're waiting for. I'm really impatient a lot of the time. I find waiting really difficult, and the character in today's story, he was probably a lot better at waiting than I am. His name is Simeon. And basically, God had made him a really cool promise that he would see the Messiah, the promised one from God, before he died. And so Simeon trusted God and he waited. And when he was a really old man, one day the Holy Spirit prompted him to go into the temple in Jerusalem. And so he went into the temple. And that day, a young couple walk in with a baby. And this baby is Jesus. Jesus was probably about 8 days old, and Mary and Joseph had taken him to Jerusalem, to the temple, to be circumcised and to be named. That was part of their law at the time, and so that's what they did. And of course Simeon sees them coming in and sees the baby, and he just knows this is the one. This baby, this child, is the Messiah, the one that God has promised. And Simeon goes to them and he speaks about this child that God has brought into the world. And he says, God, you know what? I'm done. I can die happily and peacefully now, because you've done what you promised, and I've seen the Messiah, I've met him. And he talks about how this child is going to grow up and be salvation for all the people. I wonder how excited we would be to meet Jesus. Lots of people like meeting babies, so maybe that would be exciting, but actually we have an opportunity to meet with Jesus every day, maybe in a slightly different way to what Simeon experienced, but maybe in a better way. God offers us the chance to know him personally and intimately, to know him in our hearts and to be transformed by him. And I wonder if we are as excited as Simeon was. I wonder if we would be willing to wait as long as Simeon waited. Well, the good news is that we don't need to. If you want to know Jesus and meet him now, you can. Just ask. Jesus says if we'll turn away from the way of life that leads away from him and turn towards him, then we can know him. We can be united with him, and that lasts for all eternity. Sounds like a pretty cool offer to me. So have a think and maybe have a chat with God about your response to that. I hope you have a great week, and I hope that this year is fantastic for you. I hope it's a year when you can be united with God and be transformed by him. And I will see you very soon.